gonna dig this. Dig this. Dig this. Dig this.
Passion makes you wanna move. Sit on up and it makes you wanna groove.
There we go, kids. Darkseid first appeared, what was that? Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 134 didn't make his full appearance until what was the title? Forever People #1 didn't show up on a freaking Forever People cover, by the way. I thought that was kind of
was that big a deal, huh?
Yeah, it just I thought, wow, he didn't show up on his first appearance, nor his first full appearance, or his first 4 or 5 appearances. So it's kind of funny to watch as I was gathering all these comics. And by the way, there's 4 videos tonight. As I was gathering all of these cover appearances, he really didn't become Darkseid until after Crisis. Before that, he was tooling around with the supervillains and the Secret Society. It's kind of wild when you put all these things together. I grabbed 10 awesome covers, or 12 awesome covers. You may have seen a couple of awesome covers. The first one out the gate was that Justice League. We had already reviewed it, and considering there were 12 other awesome covers, I decided let's just put that one out for today. All righty. So hello to everybody in the chat. Here in the on the panel, we have the real Dr. Venkman, except no substitutes.
You can if you want to, but I'll find you.
Yep. I guess you could learn their names like this. Do we have we have an Amy Lester today, not the Lester sisters, huh?
I'm still a Lester sister. But
You are
myself.
A, yeah. And of course we have Eric Back Issue Breen, who will be ranking covers in between sports plays.
Did you Amy, did you say you're the A-lister?
I'm a Lester sister, yes.
She's A-lister Lester sister.
The A-lister Lester.
That's
What?
all right.
Okay.
But with that being said, let's get this party started here. Oh, I need to share out the background, don't I? Let me see where to go. Here it went. Pull that down. Open that up. And we will share this out just for a little background. And whoops, wrong one. I'm not inviting somebody. Present arms. And here we go. Do that. And with that done, let us. Here we are.
Wait.
Here we go. Who was first? It was RDV, Eric, and then Amy. And so RDV starts us off. And you have New Gods, issue number 17.
There's a big arrow pointing up at it.
Well, those are his Omega beams. He shoots the, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like his skirt.
Yeah, he wears that skirt / tunic or whatever you want to call who's going to tell him no?
Hey, if you got it,
People have died trying.
Yep.
go boots and a mini skirt.
Oh, I didn't hit. Okay, here we go. I wrote go for book 1 in the comments, and then I just left it there. I didn't post it. So anywho, RDV, what do you see?
6.
Okay. And Eric?
That was where I was going.
All right. How about you, Amy? What do you think?
Where are his eyes?
His eyes just follow the beams.
Yeah, right above his nose and his teeth
Oh,
there.
okay.
He's looking upward. by
So
the way.
he's looking upward.
Yeah.
So then that
laser-
must be his nose. Does he have are those teeth then? Like he's
Yes.
going here? Okay.
He is a great dentist on Apokolips.
There you go.
It's killer.
Plaque knows not to bother with Darkseid.
Well, I thought he had a killer dentist insurance plan.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. The smoke effects are nice. The ground texture is nice, and the sky looks cute. I could probably give it a 7.
All righty. And I'm going to go 1 up. I like the colors on this one. I think
Oh, it
really
does have
pops.
good colors.
Yeah.
That is true. Lots
I
of
think the
pink.
cover really does pop here.
It has a lot of pink in it. I'll give it an 8 too.
Okay. And I think Darkseid looks okay, but I would have put the Darkseid rules in place of the first in a new story or whatever. I would have brought him forward a little bit, just so he looks more imposing. Which you will see, by the way, by the end of the night. Darkseid will look imposing. All right.
I
So
was just gonna say, if Darkseid says Darkseid rules, it looks like he's having a temper tantrum.
yeah, a little bit with the way they draw him with the gridded teeth and everything. Yeah.
And
All
there's
right.
nobody there. He's just kind of like having a tantrum because he's all alone.
Maybe that's
Nobody
it. He
cares
ruled,
anymore.
but right now he's ruling nobody.
Yeah.
So he's a little pissy. Okay, so Ethereal says 6, Dark Admiral says 7. If you guys want to take it from here.
It's like the king and the little prince.
Yes.
So the cat says meow, meow, meow. Kind of bland. Giving it a 6.
Am I the only one that reads that as Kato? Anyway.
Keto.
Well, it is Kato, but he's also is a cat with a lightsaber.
Oh, I can't see that. It's too
Well, you
small
can't
for
see
my
anything, sir.
Old man eyes.
Neither can I.
Alicia?
All right, so Jim Sorensen, who was
Daddy.
starting off. Okay,
We're not
am I
in
out
this.
here?
Thinking.
Did I blink out? Okay, that's
No, we
always
can hear.
nice.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
Let's continue the bet.
Well,
We're never in these rankings, Daddy.
Yeah, it's become a conspiracy, eh?
When are we ranking Puppet Governor covers?
ooh.
Probably next to never.
Well-
That's better than the 13th of Never.
It was a
Wow, you guys are still at it?
Well, Jim Sorensen, if I'm okay to interrupt here, sorry people. He says I'm going to go with a 5. It looks more like a celestial than Darkseid. Well, that's interesting.
And we can tell that he's still here because he's giggling like a schoolgirl.
Yeah, I'm listening in. I was thinking maybe when I blank out, I should not go. Am I here? Because I might be interrupting you guys as you move forward. So, yeah.
So we had Jim Sorensen with a 5. Eric and Boyd says 7.
Desert Rose says 5, and Sammy probably does too. Let's see. Summer Summoner says, above my eye lies the vision of absolute dominion. 9. Awesome. Well, that's cool. Glad you like it, Summoner.
Henry Jermek says, Book 1, half of the cover is cluttered with eye lasers and the logo. At best, it's a 5.
Well, whatever.
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 Michael Taylor says it's an 8 with nice detail and colors.
Somebody
Eric Boyd
died,
says, I think it's a
whatever.
powerful cover, just not much happening. Like this channel.
Ah,
Oh, here's Marania.
Ah, yes.
Marania says,
New God 17. In a world where you'd think Darkseid would project his name instead of the book's trade dress with his ego. Interesting concept. Decent rendering. Score a ruling 6.
Alrighty, and then you got the Michael dropping his score to 7.
Alrighty. Let me take
And
away one
that's
of
it.
those 8s,
That-
and we have add on one of the 7s, and we've got 3 5s taking out no 10s, 1 9, and both 8s, and then we have 5 6s taking on 4 7s, and the first one out for the 3rd title in a row starts at the 7s.
And also, shout out to Summer Summer. I don't know if he still is, but he had 4 people besides him watching our channel earlier tonight. We were on the big screen.
Nice. Oh wow, that's so fun.
I'm
Let's
ready
see.
for a close up, Mr. DeVille.
The mill.
Well,
I'm not
we
sure
couldn't.
how
We
that
can't.
works.
The mill's
Nice.
probably dead, so I want to go for DeVille.
He wanted to go-
We couldn't afford the mill, so we went to Ville.
Ooh.
It was,
Just out of curiosity, RDV, do you know what movie that's from?
I know it's Marilyn Monroe singing it.
That's exactly, man. I was gonna let him go with it, Eric. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, not gonna let it. It's a
Yeah.
movie that everybody should watch.
I agree that it is really, really good. It's
Is it
called
really?
Indiana Jones and the
William Holden, Gloria Swanson,
William
1950.
Isn't that the
Begins
Thin
with William Holden face down in the pool.
and Eric, you get book 2.
Good lord.
Man?
Well, I know if we ever read this, we're gonna have to have Maranya play a lot of parts.
I mean, is he like commanding a dance scene?
Looks like it.
Okay, so that is the afterlife equation, and he's raising a demon army.
No, I thought maybe he was at a rave.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
right?
looks like it.
Oh no, that's
Baby
that's-
Shark, but go
the introduced basketball.
You're not all ready
Okay.
for this.
ready for this. That one, okay. Yeah,
This is fruitcake.
Which
Cake.
is the first cousin of I know you're gonna dig this.
I know
Mhm.
you're gonna dig this. Hey,
Um,
that is this channel's theme song.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's in your head, man. That's where it's gonna stay.
It's in my brain, man. I'm going insane.
I'm gonna
memory.
say I'm gonna go 8.
All righty. And what do you say there, Miss Amy Lester? The A-list Lester?
Oh, yeah. I guess Darkseid's drawn pretty well. It looks like this. I was trying to figure out what he has written around him. It looks like it says fruitcake. So it's just
Let's
like
go with that. I think you're absolutely right.
Well,
That's exactly
He,
what
he exchanged his mini skirt for a onesie.
There you go. He's wearing a belted onesie and gloves and go-go boots, and has the thing going around. This is fruitcake, and they're at a rave. That's probably cool. Good for him. It's fine, but somehow lame. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not sure those two go together, but you do you.
So 5 would be like meh. I really don't care for either
Yeah,
way.
5 is it doesn't do anything.
But if you
for
think
you.
it's
6
worse
is
than
average.
meh, like
Yeah.
it actually makes you angry or sick, that's a 4. or below.
Okay, 4.
4.
It's not that it's that terrible, but it's just
It still
what?
bothers you.
Yeah.
Maybe I could put a little insight to this. Look at the demons. Look at Darkseid. Even look at the trade dress up against that blue and black background. That is an awesome freaking 9 or maybe even a 10 cover. And they f it up. Excuse my, they mess it. I didn't cuss, by the way.
They mess up.
Appreciate you.
But they messed it up by putting that yellow hula hoop around them.
The fruitcake.
So it looks like
I'll bet you money you have a hard time not looking at the yellow fruitcake. and Darkseid looks awesome. The demons look awesome. The contrast between the blacks and the blues and the even the trade dress, like I said, all look awesome.
Some of it really works.
It's just the yellow fruitcake that takes away from this.
it kind of looks like he's casting a protection spell. That's what that yellow stuff is.
So I'm going 7 on this. What do you say, RDV?
I don't know. It's again. I'm getting like Minority Report vibes. Like he's just gonna start using his hands, start drawing stuff, grabbing like Iron Man does. But
I think that was the very first digital computer in front of you that didn't exist scene.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, Minority Report was, yeah. And then Iron Man came out, and then like the HUD stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna go whatever 5.
5 already. And let's get to the chat and see what they have to say here. Let's see.
Okay.
Start with Jim. He says 4, and Eric and Boyd says 4. Not digging this one at all. If you want to take over with Desert Rose's 5 and Michael Taylor's 5.
Well, we
Start
can't.
with
Because
Dark Admiral. There you go.
Well, I will say Desert Rose gave it a 5, and also Sammy's Duolingo courses are paying off because Sammy says "arf arf meow meow."
Okay.
Ah.
So good job, Sammy. Michael Taylor gave it a 5. March here gives it an 8.
Well, that cat says Darkseid looks like he's stripping for an army of demons. It's a 5.
Summoner says he's raising an army of demons because why not? No, okay, I mean, I guess you got to do something with your weekend.
It just looks like he's doing like that horrible when you see the theatrical people do like a interpretive dance. Go, yeah.
It's strange. A lot of times when you look at a drawing, you can feel like how it moves, or you can kind of understand how.
I can feel the pain with this one, Amy.
Yeah.
What
You can't with this one.
Next one is Henry. I believe,
Go
right?
Drag, you an 8. Yeah. Freaking demon army.
Henry Jermick says.
Demons, go!
Henry Jermick says book 2. It looks like a Jim Starlin cover to me. It says that Matt Banning did the interior art. Angleton is right. The hula hoop screws it up. It's a 6. But Marania says.
New Gods 4. In a world where a great concept that suffers from lackluster rendering. Who approved this non-awesome cover? Mystery doesn't want to sell this book. Mystery, you're fired. Score a lame 5.
Well, they need to, pay Mystery a little more because he's doing all the work around the office. Seriously.
So Dark Gato says a dog that can speak cat is really talented.
Oh.
Scooby-Doo was talking to Streaky in the DC team-up.
I do have to ask this. Is that Robin Williams? Fossey, Masha Graham. That sounds like Robin Williams. I think I remember one of his special where he was doing it. He was going across doing a little dance thing.
Sounds like somebody
maybe?
had a stroke.
Yeah, I remember this one. Okay. By the way, now you see why I don't always just put the awesome ones on there. There's things to talk about with this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Guys doesn't want this to be a long live stream. Puts the ones there so we talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have three 4s taking out one of the only 9 and 2 of the 3 8s.
Oh,
and then we have 1 6 taking out the 1 8. This one joins its 7 brethren.
It's Birdcage.
All right.
Meow meow keto.
So you watched the Birdcage, your favorite movie, right?
Birdcage is fun.
Yeah, that's what it's from.
Not my favorite movie, but yeah. It's that's it. Okay, the Birdcage. Yeah. All right. I knew it was Robin Williams, but there you go. Okay, so Amy, you get to lead us out on the next one. Go for book 3. All righty.
So I guess by standing in the middle of that ancient ruin, probably that's an energy thing that piles around him, and he's able to summon like the demons.
Yep. And here you have the New Gods, issue number 1.
Huh.
Oh no!
I mean, it's better. Yeah. Okay. Well, the characters kind of passed out in the foreground seem to be posed pretty well. Interesting crossing of textures in the painting. I guess they did their best.
Trying to make him like he defeated all the
Jim
heroes.
Starlin did his best. Yeah.
To be fair, he's no Steranko.
Yeah, so it's.
And we had John Buscema earlier tonight. So
who's the yellow and red guy?
that's Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle.
He's
Oh,
prime
is
for
that who
one.
that is? Okay.
Yeah, you got Big Barda, and the one that's about to hit him is his son named Orion.
I thought it was Peacemaker.
The,
It is. You know what? It's cool though. It seems like I feel like we're going to see a lot of this kind of post for Darkseid, and okay. But it does have a overall cool composition. It's kind of neat that they put the text right in the middle. The figures in the foreground are well rendered, and he does have a clean silhouette. So really, there is a lot about this that works. Yeah, this is nicely done. Maybe some of the finishing techniques on some of it isn't exactly to my taste, but that's not to say it isn't done well. So I'll go ahead and give. Oh, what the heck! I'll give it a 9. Yeah.
Alrighty. RDB, what do you say?
Well, Darkseid took out everyone, including the Shepherd.
Including the
The
shepherd?
what?
You mean like Firefly Shepherd?
No, the Shepherd hook. See that there? All those lambs are getting away now. The sheep.
Okay.
Look at the Shepherd hook. You don't see that? That's the first thing I think of. It was Mary.
Oh, yeah, that's High Father's staff. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't read the Goggets. But I was just saying, I saw here's a Shepherd hook. I'm like, that poor innocent guy.
I was wondering
what
what the
is
hell
he
you were
doing?
talking about.
I am
Um,
king of the hill. Little Bo Peep lost our sheep.
Well, it's he just basically what Darkseid said. From my heart to you. I love you guys.
Exactly. Yes.
It's totally Elon Musk there. I love the texture on the new guy's title. Reminds me of
That is
the
nice.
Life of Brian. Monty Python.
Yeah, this is Monty Python
Yeah.
and the meaning of Darkseid.
Right? Yes. The meaning of the anti-life.
Yeah, whenever you said stylization, it's going to seem comedic, so it
Right.
is a little hard.
I'm gonna go 10 though. Because it's just when you have a villain, make him look menacing, and that's what he's supposed to be.
Alrighty. Eric, what do you think?
This is a 10.
Okay. Any reason or?
I just the people laying the new gods laying
Yep.
dead and dying underneath him. The way the death of the new gods is part of the cover. Yeah, as I said, it's just really well done.
Okay.
It is.
I see. I agree with this because, and I've said this many times. You could do your art thing, and I really do appreciate when you do. But sometimes you just gotta look at a cover and go, "Holy crap, that's cool!" And I think that is a cool cover. Alrighty, but I am going to agree with you that it's a 9. All right, let's get to the chat and see what they got to say here. And we begin with Jim Sorensen 6 and Eric and Boyd's 5. You guys take it away from there.
Dark Kato gives it a meow meow. This is awesome. It's a 10. Yeah, it is really. It's good. It really is. Desert Road gives it a 6, and Marcher gives it a 5, and Michael gives it a 7.
Summer says, "You cannot see me clearly, but I reign above all." Well, once the rain gets away, we'll see you fine. Ethereal Dragon says, "Rar 7."
As he does.
Henry Jermick says, "Book 3. I like how the logo is incorporated in the overall design of the cover. It is a 7." Little Bo Peep lost her sheep. Yep, exactly. All right, Mr. Breen, you're up there. It's Mariah.
Mariah says,
New Gods 1. In a world where great concept that suffers from too much darkness that obscures Darkseid, only good part is Big Barda, and even she is meh.
Wow.
Score a Darkseid is not 5. So bad they even took the K.
I mean, Darkseid being purposely darkened like that, and the eyes glowing, and him standing above the heroes is meant to show that he is menacing. And the fact you even notice that it's Big Barda down there, that's a plus, because this isn't a modern book, but it is 2000s. They remember that, hey, she is a girl.
Exactly.
Compared to the new one.
Here's how it's scored out. And if you have a last minute vote, put it right on in there. We have 3 5s taking out those 3 10s. We've got 2 6s taking out those 2 9s. We've got 3 7s taking out that 1 8 2 7. We are not able to climb out of the 7 bin. Wow, I picked out good covers, but only good covers so far. All right, let's go to book 4 and let's go.
I mean, what do you want? You want Darkseid holding someone's severed head?
That will be later. Okay, so actually, I did have to 86 a Clayface cover where basically Batman is holding Clayface's severed head. All right, I've got book 4 here, and it is Justice League of America, issue number 185. Apparently, Amy is not going to score this high. I, on the other hand, dig this. First of all, this is as tall and as big as Darkseid should be every time he appears. I'm not a big fan of as big as Darkseid.
I'm not a fan of that tunic and the fact he's got knee highs on.
He always that is his look. That's what
I know.
Rocking the velvet purple mini.
Yeah. I like the colors on this one. This to me is I like the detail on all the people on below him. Mr. Miracle, a little too close to his crotch, but I know I know some people are not going to like the tunic colors, but I dig this. I've always loved this cover. I do believe the one that came before it is a bit better. Is the one that came after was a 10, but this one is at least a 9. So there you go. RDV, what do you say?
The dumb thing is I see Hellboy on his chest. He's got the eyes, the nose, and the mouth there, and his purple shirt.
I will never be in the ribs look like ears. I will never be able to unsee that. Fuck you. Okay. Sorry for the language there, Amy, but he has ruined this cover forever. F you. All right.
Hi, Krang. I have discovered a body.
The fact that there's some big ass lips, like we're talking Warner Brothers trying to make fun of black people lips. That is horrible. Oh my gosh, I will never unsee it. I'm still, but you know what? You've raised that to a 10. Okay, so already. So what do you think, RDV?
Drink 7 up yours. No. I like this. All the people he's holding, the people they're falling down. He's laughing ha, 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 on a Dutch angle as he falls over. Oh crap!
Yeah, I don't know if he's laughing. It looks like he just got like Wonder Woman. Did Wonder Woman just punch him and he's falling over?
A Superman just hit him in the knee or is about to go. He's like gonna land it and all. Wonder Woman looks like she's running and she's like, all right. She's looking behind her. She's running. She's gonna run into him. But yeah. Honestly, I'm giving this a 10 because it's so absurd. Like that's the only reason that it's going because old school, and I bet it's gonna have some kind of like Bob Haney story. So it's a 10.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
Oh, just for the number of people going alone, this is a 10.
So
All
I
right.
see the face now.
And then we have Amy.
Huh.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Is somebody punching Batman? Is the purple lady punching Batman?
The Huntress,
No, they're all kind of reeling back.
shocked. They're looking as they see the giant Galactus. They're kind of like, oh, he's looking behind him up, and she's like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
It's a weird
Okay,
pose.
so everybody's just turning towards Darkseid. So I guess
Yeah.
he must have just kind of showed up suddenly.
Yeah,
Because
she's
in
got-
fact rising. At this
You know what it is?
Okay.
I think her lower back's going out. That's she's holding. Oh, my back.
Because she's
Oh, but-
Jewish, unlike her Catholic father.
This does have a lot of
he
nice
could be
drawings. of little
Jewish and Catholic. You know, it's just
That is true. And he really is rocking that belted purple mini. So, whatever my knee-jerk reaction is, it is also kind of cool. So, sorry, kitty cats. I think I at least have to give it an 8.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. What do you think, sis?
All righty, let's go to the chat and see what they have to say about this.
it's gonna be crazy. Well, the first 3 people give it a 9. It's Dark Admiral March Hare,
So
Theo Dragon, and Jim Sorensen. And I hear Melissa
Yeah, she just walked. She just kind of stepped in to see how everybody was doing. I don't know if she can stop
If
with
she
it.
wants to
Yeah,
rank
that's
this,
settled in, so
Oh, you see you doing better. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great.
well, why don't you give us your score, Melissa?
right?
She immediately said, "Yeah, giant purple gorilla, awesome."
Well, it's an excellent gorilla.
But what would you score it?
I say 8.
Okay, right. Continue with the scores in the chat.
Hi, Michael.
Henry Jeremick says, book 4. It's all right. It's a 7.
Yay. And we've got Raven back.
Oh,
We have a Raven.
hi, Henry.
Oh.
I can only do mock Raven.
Oh. Is that like a mock chicken leg?
Does it, Rose? 5. His wardrobe could use some adjustments, right?
He could use some pants.
Yeah, right? Or at least a slip or
We're
something.
get tunic and he's got knee-high boots, but he's got like
the rule
underwear
of
on.
Apokolips needs no pants.
Well, like a slip or something, or some, I don't know, little balloon shorts or something. Those would be cute.
Darkseid managed to score higher or else, but Eric Boyd says 6.
All right. Let's see. Summoner.
I love his descriptions on these. They're so wild. That's-
Well,
Should I try and read it, or I think you
do it as a Raven. One of you two. I don't care.
Okay. Summoner says, "My chess, a symbol of unyielding power, forged in darkness. It is not to be judged by mortal eyes, for it holds the weight of entire worlds." And it's a 7.
Green. What does Marani say?
JLA 180. Now this, I'm sorry, in a world where now this is what a Darkseid cover should be. I like the colors and the chaos of the heroes. Scale is perfect. Score a Darkseid is 10 because of the villain Dutch angle. And thank you for not immediately hiring back Mystery. Make him stew.
Well, I want to know, is Dutch related to Kurt? That's a wrestling joke.
Darth Kato says, meow, 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 8. Which means Darkseid looks like a gorilla in thigh-high boots. And the other characters are drawn well, though. It's an 8, but he is drawn as well as a gorilla in thigh-high boots can be.
Mm-hmm.
Tony says 7.
And hello, Tony.
And Henry, you are right. None of the heroes are trying to save those people that are falling.
I mean, I have to assume Superman's. Wait, where are they? Because doesn't it look like
Superman's-
looks like one of them is falling in front of?
They're all falling behind Superman. They're all falling like off the side, and Superman just is trying to like he jumped and leaped over there. He's gonna land.
Because it looks like Superman is like almost directly in front of Darkseid's like leg,
Yeah.
but then there's this little dude that's falling off like we're right next to him.
Yes.
So it looks like it should be like he could just turn around and catch them.
Anyway,
But-
Theory Dragon, that is Helena Wayne, Huntress, in this version. This is pre-crisis. Manga Reader says, it looks like people aren't trying to love under his skirt. 10.
Let's see.
Michael Taylor.
Michael Taylor gives us an 8. Very cool cover,
Oh,
color,
oh.
and nice detail.
Oh, look under his skirt. Love under his skirt's a totally different thing.
Yeah. I was like, does he mean live? Look, okay, that makes sense.
Well, if you're trying to live under his
I
skirt,
like
I don't know.
that.
And I think that's it for scores.
That's all the scores.
Answer for
Michael
Lester's.
Taylor, we got the desert. I thought Darkseid had a bigger package and Kilt. Okay. We have 1-5 taking on one of the 5 10s, and then we have a 6, and now there's only 3 10s.
Mhm.
And then we have 3 7s taking out all of the 10s. We have 4 8s taking out the 3 9s, leaving 1 9 or 1 8 left. At least we're moving up in the world, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. There we go. And now we go to book 5, and it's back to RDV. Go for book 5. Alrighty. And what is this?
Well, I mean, if you
oh,
wanna
wait,
start-
no, before we do that, because there were so many rejects, this is video number 2. And remember, The first video was the first cut. This is the second cut, and so forth and so on.
Remember, Simba.
I mean, I do like the music.
I just gotta say one thing.
What's up?
If you were ever a villain, that is your theme you play when you walk in.
Great thing for a villain, right?
I like that, by the way.
Dupan, they can't show you dancing in the background, you fiend. I can see you.
I don't know what is seen during or whatever. If they
So
can actually
the bottom part, I can always see if you have a camera on the bottom, because I remember I have a manager, so I can see when you're dancing the camera on.
Oh yeah, I'm all
Whether you're behind, you're backstage or on stage.
Yeah, I'm all over that. Okay, so it was pointed out that perhaps instead of RDV taking this, maybe Melissa.
Oh, I was going to say that, but you cut me off.
So there you go. Okay, so Melissa, this is book number 5, Justice League Odyssey number 18.
Oh. Nice little pun there. I see what you did. Darkseid is back. Yep, I got that. Fun kind of HUD line art kind of going on layered over and around Darkseid. He definitely in no way resembles a gorilla this time.
True.
So they got that worked out. Let's see. Very tense. I think I'll give it, I feel like it's very good. So I'm going to give it an 8. And Henry says, end the guillotine. Why don't you let Melissa start with this cover? I decided he had the ellipses on to make his voice. So,
alrighty, RDV, what do you say?
Well, I gotta ask: is he gonna jump from platform to platform? Or is this a side scroll game?
Only if he wants to get the coins.
Oh,
Also, if Darkseid's back, why don't they should be at a costume party and they should have like the Backstreet Boys cameo? Sorry, early 2000s joke. Yeah, he looks very menacing, but if I didn't say Darkseid is back, I have no idea who that is. Because
really,
because it could be the Juggernaut.
No, not in a DC comic. I'm afraid that's on you. This one.
Well, I didn't read Justice League Odyssey though, but I said that's not these are the Darkseid I'm used to. I'm used to the other one, where he's got smaller shoulders.
And the tunic that you hate.
Yeah, the tunips. No.
The tunips.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna go 8 with this.
Alrighty, Eric, what do you think?
I'm inclined to agree with Vank, but I would have given it a 10 with one simple revision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of saying Darkseid is back, I would have said Darkseid's back. Double meaning.
It's an advertising then.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Amy, what do you think?
I mean, of course, I love all the pinks and purples, so that's really nice. The nice blue colors at the top, kind of balancing everything out, are also, really pretty. Some nice little play of light there. yeah, they did some really nice stuff with the color, and I do like the structures and the idea that he is going to be jumping around and catching some coins and stuff. So, nice. I do like it. I think I'll give it a 9. I think conceptually as an illustration, it's not very exciting, but I really do like the colors and the technique and the overall stylization.
All righty. And let's see. We began with Melissa.
Yep. So we're going to the chat now. You do yours first.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we had Melissa's score. All righty. And yeah, I'm agreeing with the 9s. I really like this. It's one of the reasons I put up here. I thought it's a different kind of thing. You know, it's one of those covers that makes you work a little bit for it, you know? So yeah, I really liked it. All right, let's get to the chat.
It's for Brain.
I love the cover that looks like a cereal box. All righty.
These are Ronnie says these are rejects. Easily 9 out of 10 of these are better than the first few covers.
Well, okay, so I could go one day. I went through it before, but also if you looked, a lot of the covers were really good Justice League covers, or they were good New God cover, or they, Darkseid was in the back somewhere, that kind of stuff.
You ever thought about just taking the rejects from each ones we've done and just ranking the rejects?
A rejects list?
Yeah.
When that would be the big thing. When
2 years from now.
Okay. Jim says 7. Tony Hayes says 7. Desert Rose says 8, and so does Dark Admiral Mark Scherer.
Kato says meow meow meow. This is cool. It's an 8.
My back bears the marks of conquest. Irrelevant to you. 9. It's somewhere.
And Mariah says
Justice League Odyssey 5. In a world where Darkseid's back and there's gonna be trouble. Is back and there's still gonna be trouble.
Hey now, Darkseid's back.
Love the outer space feel of the modern rendering. Monochromatic colors work great. Score on Darkseid's back. Oh, I should have read this to the end. And you're gonna be in trouble. 10. But while we're here, let's show a movie on that back.
All righty.
Ethereal Dragon says 8, but Raven, what does Henry say?
Book number 5. Unique for a cover to just have one character facing away. It's a very good cover. It's an 8.
Michael Taylor agrees. He says 8. It's a cool cover with nice color and details. Eric Boyd says no, it's a 5. Well, he did actually say no.
That's the last of the scores. Michael Taylor is pointing out that I said, yeah, at some point in time we could have a reject covers show. But what we got now is 1 5 taking out the only 10. We got 2 7s taking out 2 of the 4 9s, but we've got 8 8s. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in search of anything higher than an 8 at this point. Wow. And I was actually thinking this would be a bit of a 10 fest. So far, we're almost halfway through, and we haven't even gone beyond an 8 yet. Wow, you guys are.
Hey, yo, MKI guy. MKF says, hey guys, I say 9.
All righty, we got an 9.
MK, what movie did you watch? Did you watch Working Man?
Let's see. Go for book. What are we on? We are on book number 6. And this will be RDV.
And also, happy birthday, MK.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old is he? He's like 30 now, right?
He's 32.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
And RDV, you are getting Justice League Odyssey number 12.
Now, this is awesome. I know you're going to dig this.
I know you're going to dig this. See, it's getting there, man. It's getting there.
What an RDV? Well, I couldn't take it anymore. The song would leave.
This is the song that never leaves.
Oh, that's creepy. So I like this. The energy beams are like, oh, that way just to get the cyborg. Just look down, bro. Jessica Cruz, Starfire, and Cyborg. This is some bullshit. I like this. This is a 10. Yeah. The only thing I can say it's Grey Hulk though with the mega beams. So.
All right, we got a 10 from RDV. Eric, what do you say?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 8.
All right.
well, I think you did eat.
Amy and Melissa.
Yeah, boy.
What have we got here? I'm gonna try and get a better look at it because this looks like it's got a lot of the details.
Okay, so we've
He's
got.
shooting through the logo scene,
Okay,
Keiko's
that's
lasers.
pretty cool.
and they go around. Yep.
There's Starfire. That's awesome. And there's Cyborg. I mean, it is pretty cool. Some of the details are muddled, but it's an interesting pose and trying to render eye lasers at that. And the fact that they actually are running parallel to each other and kind of above the eye level of the viewer and still making a convincing kind of the track that it's making, it feels right to look at. And it's such an odd thing to do, but he really pulled it off.
Which isn't easy.
And I respect that.
So then I should also point out that's Azrael down there somewhere in the middle by his feet. Because Azrael's in this too.
Yeah, the Justice League Odyssey is the team members. By the way, it's just Justice League. Odyssey is what they're doing. Yeah, they're fighting. The whole thing was they were recruited by Darkseid to go on a mission.
They didn't know that they were all called there, and
Right.
Darkseid wasn't a god at this point. He used.
By the way, if you have a chance to read it. It's good.
Yeah.
So Darkseid hired the Justice League to do something? What?
Well, he put out a call. They're all Azrael, Cyborg, and Starfire. We're all feeling this pull towards them. You know, is this after they restored all the planets that were kind of like erased during because of the Crisis Infinites or Infinite Crisis, whatever it was, or Crisis. Anyway, so I'll just say that we have Dexter, the Red Lantern cat in there. So if that doesn't pull you in, I don't know what will.
There you go. Yes, there's a Red Lantern cat.
Yep, and he's evil.
Yeah, but I haven't given anything, I don't think, a 10 yet, and I'm kind of tired of that. So I'll go ahead and give this a 10.
All righty, good as the reason as any. What do you say there, Melissa?
The red medallion in the center of his chest kind of gives off a fun kind of Thundercats energy. I enjoy that.
It's Mumra.
It is. He's even got the little strappy, hangy things on his costume.
Yep. He said, "Forget the tunic. I'm going shirtless."
Yep. I'm trying something new this season.
So what do you say there, Melissa?
I think I'll give it a 10 too.
All righty.
So, is he still wearing a shirt, or is this like a onesie he's wearing? Like everything?
He's in a he's not. Yeah, it's kind of a
suit.
Like, it's almost like Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah. I put this up here, and let me tell you something. It was hard not to put this cover at number 12. I'm just going to tell you that the next covers are as awesome or iconic. This is an amazing cover to me. I like the colors on it. I like the Omega beams going all over the place. The whole thing about the Omega beams is they chase the person they're firing at. And in this case, he's not just firing at Cyborg. Cyborg's the last one down.
Multiple. Yeah.
Yeah. If you look, everybody's getting hit. And that is the power of Darkseid. Absolutely a 10. Absolutely a 10.
And that's crazy about his Omega beams. They lock onto him wherever you go. That's why they zigzag.
All right, let's get the chat.
The other thing, my favorite version of Darkseid has always been when he's a huge, like the giant Hulk, bigger than everybody else.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like it when he's like the old school Filmation ones, like I'm so short and old man.
Yeah, I agree with that. He didn't start off the character that he became in the DCU. Let's get to the chat though with Jim giving it a 6 and Tony is 7, and it is I hand the reins to you.
Like say he said he saw Novocaine tonight.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Okay, Ethereal Dragon says 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see.
He spelled it out even.
Dark
Summoner
Admiral
Summer.
March here.
Yep. Gives it a 10. And Summoner Summer says, foolish artist, your attempts are beneath me. 6. We're at Desert Rose.
Sorry. Let's see.
Trying to eat.
Yeah, I'm trying to drink a little something and then kind of, but I'm okay. Let's see. Marcher gave it a 10 too.
We're at Desert Rose.
Desert Rose says a happy birthday, MK. 9. So I guess that's a ranking too. And MK didn't just turn 9. Or maybe he did. But Marnia says
Justice League Odyssey 12. In a world where Darkseid battling JLO
J-Lo.
or JLo.
Mhm.
Will he win?
coming.
Or will JLo bring in the rest of the Fly Girls to help kick his booty? That's an old callback. Mystery's back to sell this book. Great modern rendering and concept. Score a Ghost Sector God 10.
J-Lo has taken all 7 different guys, and she collected all these different rings. Darkseid does not stand a chance. even Batfleck fell before him.
Michael Taylor gives this 8 since it's a cool cover with nice color and details. And Dark Candace says meow meow meow. Pretty cool. It's a 9.
All right. Next score is going to be Henry.
Book number 6. This is a very good cover. It's an 8.
He said it's a very good cover. Oh, well, he stole it from the score ranking over there. Yeah, that's what he says. Very good. Yeah, I'll say 10. Yeah, here his beams are all over the place. Says MKF 30.
Let's see here.
Next score is
I think that's that.
That's it.
All right, we got the stop, and the scoring is 2 6 taken out. Oh, hold on here. 2 6s, 1 7. Really? 2 2. Oh, 3 9s, 3 8s, 2 6s, 8 10s, 1 7.
Like,
this is a 9, ladies and gentlemen.
Michael Terry's like, MK, enjoy your 40s. It goes fast. Man, let him celebrate his birthday.
That is true. Yeah. You're gonna look back in about a year, you're gonna look back and go, holy shit, I'm 50 now.
I'm wondering what happened in my 30s, man. I'm turning 40 this June. It's like they go by fast.
All righty, we're gonna go for book 7. Eric, here you go. One of the most hated miniseries of all time, Mr. Miracle. Shit, I'm being bumped because it's not.
I've known
Eric 11.
I've known Eric and E for 6 years now. Well, that's thinking.
Yep.
I will go 9. Darkseid looks really good, but the rest of it's kind of.
All righty. What do you say there, Amy and Melissa Lester?
Let's see. What do we got?
Remember,
here?
judge the cover, not the story.
Nah, I don't know. Oh, yuck.
It's Mr. Miracle versus Darkseid.
Yeah, no. Oh Lord.
The cape looks bad.
What? It's I guess the colorist knows how to shade. That's not dear Lord. This was the background gadgets are drawn pretty straight. So that's some nice mechanical drawing. But what? I'll just say 7. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Are you sure? Because you're oohing and eyeing. It doesn't sound like a 7. I mean, I'd rather you be honest with yourself. Don't feel you need to do something.
Yeah, don't try to like sugarcoat it. Like if you actually feel bad, we're not gonna be offended by it.
I put these covers up because they're interesting, they're great, they're bad. There's a lot of reasons I put these covers up, and it's not all because and I don't feel any way about it if you're looking to save my feelings.
Oh,
Because
Yeah, no.
sometimes I put these covers up because I think they're going to be talked about, because
Yeah.
that's a lot better than just 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
So,
So
you know.
it's like I said, is this who's the artist on this? I'm trying to see.
So like, what was it? It's not boring. Whatever you think of it, it's not boring.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Wayne Boring was dead long before.
This it's kind of interesting that the characters are kind of like right in front of each other and stacked
Mhm.
and straight in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's not it doesn't have stacking issues with like the composition because it's more deliberate. So using Darkseid as a character to frame this figure that's in front of him,
Mr. Miracle. Yeah.
Mr. Miracle. I would love to have seen the vision on his cape be done with a little more care or texture. I always have a problem when you're using line art and trying to soft shade or do something or blend or paint. You're almost always going to have a contradiction where some of the dark lines are harsher and not lining up to where the color is suggesting the fold is, and that just kind of takes me out of it. But the highlighting on it's pretty good. Usually I just have a problem with kind of the way the textures are blending, but if I try to separate the colors from the illustration, I think the illustration and composition are pretty good. Like if I picture this as a sketch, it's got a couple of minor issues, but if this were drawn like a comic page and inked like with a really good inker and just done like a really great piece of comic art, I think it would be staggering. And if it were done as a painting, I think it would be staggering. But as it is, it's sort of an odd combination of two.
Almost there.
It's almost there on either, which isn't really there for both. And honestly, the texturizing that they're using on his arms and stuff like that is just ugh. But there are parts of it that work too. And if I just take away the things that immediately repulse me about it, the things that work are actually done really well. So I would love to have seen this as a sketch. That would have been cool. But overall, I think a lot about this does work. So, oh man, I would have loved to have seen this as either a painting or comic art. I think it would be really great as either.
So
I'm
what do you
I'm just pretending Amy is Mr. Miracle, just talking in front of him, and Dark's like, I am not it.
Can I get you some moisturizer or something?
He is the Raisin King.
He is the Raisin King. I'll go ahead and give it a 9 for what it could be.
Okay. All righty. And Melissa.
I also kind of had problems with it. Yeah, raising the texture on the arms is a kind of off-putting, but a lot of it is also very impressive. I like the title, and it just feels kind of big and imposing.
It is nice.
Yeah, so it really amplifies like the idea of the kind of this spectacle kind of epic thing that that is supposed to be this Mr. Miracle issue. The gift wraps in the back are gorgeous, really beautiful line art back there. It's an interesting composition. There are definitely elements. Yeah, I think there's definitely elements of awesomeness in there. So I think it's a 9.
Okay. RDB.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and everything but Darkseid and Mr. Miracle actually looks good. The structure behind it looks great. Darkseid looks like, why the heck am I in this book? Why am I here? And Mr. Miracle has no legs or butt. He just looks like he forgot to realize, hey, you know what? You should draw more than one leg. Crap, I forgot to.
You kind of did the same with Mr. Miracle.
Like he just broke out of the ship, and then he's like, "Oh crap, he's gonna kill me." If there was a word bubble saying like, "Crap," that'd be one thing.
So what do you score this, RDB?
But I'm giving this a 4, man.
Okay, not a fan. No worries.
It's just not working for me.
I
It's fine.
disagree. I think it's really well done. Very well done. I give this a 10. I like the
you
colors
crop it?
behind it. I say again.
If you crop this, like if you go from instead of it being like knee height, if you go at like
Waist.
hip height,
Mhm.
it looks so much better because it cuts out the emptiness at the side and it gives you a lot more negative space at the top where the title is, and the light plays better, and it takes out the biggest structural weakness of the characters. So that's interesting to me. Anyway, sorry.
Let's get to the chat.
Like I said, this looks
Jim?
like they would have took out a scene for like the Super Sons and been like running in, and he's like, they're like, ah, and then they just put the hand from the face. Are you there? That's
Jim
Darkseid.
gives it a 5. Ethereal 9. So does Dark Admiral. A 9 and 7 from Tony Hayes and Desert Rose. You guys take it away.
What, Raven?
Henry Jeremick says
Raven.
book 7 is a 7.
Simple as that.
You could have had stereo Ravens.
Yeah, the stereo Ravens are awesome.
Let's see. Some summoner says
10. This is the dark side of your nightmares, mortals.
Although anybody could do that better than me. Let's see here.
I could draw a stick man, and I would let Amy grade it. I would not let her rank my stick man covers.
I love to see them. That sounds adorable. Let's see.
I think Michael Taylor is the next one. With 6.
Oh, your stuff's great, merch hair.
Very colorful though. Darth Kato says, meow, 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 meow. Translated from meowing, he says, Darkseid looks like he spent too much time in the bath and had to step out face Mr. Miracle.
Oh,
So,
dear.
You know
Look, if he
what?
had a towel on his head.
That's what I mean. Like if you jacked up the comedy on this, it'd be such a better cover. So he's saying it's an 8. MK says, I will say 8 here. Darkseid looks a little stuff here, even for him. I think he meant stiff.
Marge, have you ever posted your art somewhere? I'd love to see it. I really do appreciate a bunch of different stylizations. I just don't feel like this was a right combination of techniques for this style.
In a world where Mr. Brain is here and not eating food.
No, I'm a little concerned about it. She's not even sleeping now. She's just like licking herself for like hours.
That's what cats do.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Maybe she's stressed out because of the storm.
It's like I heard, it's like I heard bones.
Have you tried brushing her? Does that help?
Well, here's the thing: if you start noticing, well, there's fur missing and stuff like that, there might be she might have something she has to take care of, like a wound.
I don't know. It's not one spot. I mean, she's all over. Anyway,
but I don't know. Maybe she's just really dirty.
No, it's just not that. I mean, going where to get dirty. Mr. Miracle 11. In a world with a good concept, Miracle should be lower on the cover to make Darkseid look more imposing. Nick Darringen failed for this cover. Score a Darkseid ain't 6.
Thank you. I knew it wasn't Mitch Gerard. Mitch Gerard is in the interior.
Alrighty, and that's all the numbers, and we have we're continuing our media. I really thought these covers would do better, but here we go. We've got a 4, we've got a 5, and it's taken out the 110, and one of the 5 9s. We've got 3 6s. Now there's only 1 9 left. 2 7s takes out one of the 9s and leaves 2 of the 8s. And there we go. We are back to an 8. We have yet to find a 10. Holy crap. I did not expect this. There we go. All right. Maybe my finger is not on the pulse of the likes of this group anymore.
Someone should check Darkseid's on this cover.
All righty. Let's go to the Lesters, or at least Amy.
All right. Wow, this seems really cool. There's Wonder Woman. There's Darkseid. It's a cool action pose.
Oh.
I think that's kind of neat because like Darkseid looks really big and strong and imposing, and Wonder Woman's kind of like I mean, obviously she's, this is like a force that she's trying to deal with, but it looks like a force she's trying to deal with. And it's kind of neat seeing her power kind of contrasted that way, because I think she is supposed to be like a mythological figure. So having her placed with like a sci-fi mythology character, it's just a neat contrast. I like it. And the colors are kind of interesting. There's the blue and red on his side and the red and blue on her side, and her kind of lightness versus his kind of darkness. They're kind of an inversion of each other's palette, and one leans more towards the cool and the other leans a lot warmer. It's just a really interesting piece, and the composition's good. I don't think this would look better if you cropped it any smaller. So that's nice. They left a good amount of space when they were doing the layouts on it, so that's great. I'll give this one a 10.
Alrighty, Melissa.
This one has a lot of fun. Those are great energy blasts. She looks like it looks like she's definitely being challenged, but it looks like she's not ready to give up. He's going all out. This is going to be a really fierce battle. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 10.
Alrighty. And RDV.
You remember where we're always asking where the Wonder Woman stories are to read? Robinson here with Lupacino on the interior art. This is where you want to start reading some of these.
Are you kidding me? I tried to get people to read this because it was James Robinson, but the damage is done.
We read the first two story arcs on this and the Geeky Puppet Show with the Cheryls.
I don't care if
very good.
I don't care if who starts writing it. If Neil Gaiman, if Alan Moore started writing Wonder Woman, it doesn't matter to what's her name, Marika Tamaki was on Wonder Woman. Therefore, every writer from now on is Mariko Tamaki.
I think
it wasn't her.
But point being, though, is that it doesn't matter if James Robinson is writing Wonder Woman, who wrote it before destroyed this, and who wrote it after destroyed.
Yeah, because Shea Fontana was terrible.
Yeah, Shea Fontana was horrible. But
and they brought James Robinson on, but they changed the rules after that. You have to be a woman or a gay man to write Wonder Woman, and Tom King is both.
Alrighty. So anyway, what do you score this, RDV?
This is a 10. I like this.
Alrighty. And Eric?
I think I can go 10 on this as well.
Well, we ain't breaking that train because you know that the higher these numbers go, the more I appreciate the cover. All right, let's go to the chat. 4, I've never liked that design for Darkseid, but is the cover good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take it away from there, kids.
All right. Michael Taylor says 10. Very cool cover, colors and detail. Best cover so far. March Hare gives it a 10, and Darth Kato says, I love it. It's a meow meow 10. Yay, that's the best kind. MK says,
LMAO, Vickman nearly made me choke on my Cadbury egg. It is right. We're close to Easter. Straight out. What he said, maybe it's just dirty. Trying to say Eric's house.
He meant the cat.
Yeah, I meant the cat.
Needed cleaning.
No.
The cat doesn't have a little vacuum, although that's a great imagination.
Although I'm curious to why he's letting Coco smoke cigarettes now. She's just sitting there as a lump, just sitting there chain smoking one after another. That's not good. That is messed up. I wonder how he keeps it away from his comics. 10. By locking the door, because he has a comic room. So, and Ethereal Dragon says it is a 10. I think he wants Starfire.
It is the 10.
All right.
Favorite cover of the night, says Kato. Yeah, actually, it's a good challenger. Wonder Woman looks badass. Darkseid looks menacing. He's angry.
Yeah, it really does look like two powerful figures, and that's impressive. You don't always get these. So.
A god versus a goddess. Mm-hmm. Raven, what does Henry Jermick say?
Book number 8. It's all right. I
Don't
guess
worry about
I'll
me.
give it a 7.
I'm sorry. It's all right.
All right.
Nobody worry about me.
I was going traveling Wilburys. Well, it's all right.
I know, but I went straight to
Yep.
Kenny Loggins. But Maranya says,
Wonder Woman 44. In a world where this shows how dangerous Darkseid can be, WW is holding her own against him. Who will win? Mystery sells this book every day and twice on Sundays. Score a Darkseid is 10.
I
Where
hope
do I-
Mystery gets a raise.
where do I find this mystery and direct him towards the auction?
I know, right? Hey, the last auction did really well.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
All right.
That's what Rose says. This is exactly what I was thinking, and now I want Cadbury eggs.
I know, right?
Yeah, but she gives it a 10 after that. Love this one. Give it a 10. Summer with a 7. And man, gonna give you some Cadbury eggs. Which kind?
Why
Do you want
doesn't make an omelet? Cadbury omelet.
the caramel version or the plain?
Plain. That I go for. I like the plain.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love caramel, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can sit there.
Well,
Oh.
it's two great things. I mean, it's hardly a fight there, but
Dude,
what-
you give me the Hershey's caramel bottle things. I'm gone.
we have a 4 and 2 7s trying to take out 12 10s. So,
And
ladies
also-
and gentlemen, we have our first 10 of the night. All
And
right,
please
fine.
don't eat.
Potato
Oh,
says he's
and-
been craving Cadbury eggs for like a month now. Can you like put those if you get a bunch of them during Easter? Can you like put them in the freezer and have them later on in the
Yep.
year? Or
Yes, you
All
can.
I know is poor Cadbury. He was a good servant.
Yeah, Richie Rich is like, I have to make chocolate eggs out of my butler. All right, let's go for book. What is this? Book. But hold on. Before we
Well,
go
if
to
that's
book
what he's doing to
9.
his butlers, you better run, Aaron.
Right. Man, I haven't heard shit like that all day or all my life. All righty. So let's see. We saw the first, we saw the second round of rejects. This was rejects round 3. So any of those would you have saved?
All I know is that's my song, bro. When I was riding my horse, and the seasons were changing. I was working on the farm. It sounds like Last of Us a little bit.
That's why I put it up there. Yeah.
Man, I was too busy marrying the song that I didn't pay attention.
Did you catch the Wonder Woman kissing Darkseid? I like the
Yes,
close up of
yes.
Darkseid's face. That was cool, says Henry.
That was an Elseworlds one.
Yeah. All right.
That was at Justice League. Not Infinity. It might have been.
Did you see the Justice League Adventure? The way that Darkseid looked with those stretched out legs. Arr.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that one held on. But ultimately, I was like, okay. When you have it's so difficult sometimes because I'm finding 12 interesting covers. What I think would be interesting to talk about out of 150. So yeah. All right, we got book 9. It's Melissa's turn to lead us on here. Lead us on, or wait a second here. Yeah.
start us out?
Start us out. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amy started the last one, right?
Yep. And this is Melissa's.
Earth to World's End Rise. Oh my.
They do. Yep.
Let's see.
Huh. Do
I like the fact he's
legs
crawling out of
look-
Apocalypse.
knee?
He's got like one
Oh, there's a
leg on
knee
the
there.
ground, and then the other one is already
Because he's crawling out of the
kind of in
ground.
the ground.
Yeah, his knee is on the
it's
ground.
under the
His
lava.
leg, he's like crawling out of
Oh,
Apocalypse.
Lord. That is, he had one therapy left foot for a sec.
Yeah, it's like he's pulling himself, I guess, out of like the lava or a hole or
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yes.
yeah, okay. So he's climbing out. Okay, so there's a pool of lava which he's climbing out of.
Hence the rise, right?
Hence the rise. Yep. So he's got his knee up on the ground here, one hand up, and he's like, yep, and then kind of pulling himself out. And the moon's crumbling. He didn't bonk his head on the moon, did he? Maybe he did.
You'd think it was far, far away, but apparently not.
I'm sure it's a moon and not a sun at night.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it did because it is collapsing. The moon part is. You see it?
Right?
It's cool.
It's-
I think I'll give it an 8.
Okie dokie. And RDV.
See, Amy, this is what happens when you start forest fires.
See, that's why you shouldn't do that.
You set an entire world on fire, and it's
They
taken
were
over by Darkseid.
deer, baby deers, and animals, and because you started a forest fire.
I do no such thing. I guess I don't have the ability to make volcano oceans in the middle of planets I've never been to.
You know what? With that attitude, you never will.
Okay, wait.
I
That's-
mean, how do you know when you go to bed at night? Are you really just staying in bed, or are you getting up and just starting forest fires?
I'm not really doing. I haven't been getting much sleep lately. But if I could find a way to get to another planet in about 2 hours, I would do something besides start a forest fire. I don't know.
So,
Maybe
what
get
do you
some
score
sleep on my
this?
phone.
What I score this? This is great. This is a Darkseid in pain or in anger or something. And then he hits his head. He goes, "Don't." I love the background. It's not a Kirby crackle, but I love the black dots. You wouldn't really consider that Kirby crackle, but I guess the ashes of the fire and everything he's crawling out of. Yeah, it's just this is the world's end. If he's crawling out, Darkseid it lives. 10.
Alrighty. Eric.
8.
Alrighty.
I guess he's not feeling it.
And Amy.
You know what? I think this is Mount Doom. And he just decided to go fishing for the ring. He's got it in the palm of his hand there. So that would be really the end of the world.
Wait. He wanted to get a ring.
It is interesting. Did they try to get rid of Darkseid by throwing him in a volcano once, or does he live in a volcano?
Well, the entire planet is kind of a fire pit.
Oh, okay. So he lives in. Then he's probably used to taking fire baths anyway, because he's tough. Okay. The texture on his skin's a lot easier to look at on this. It's a little more stony, which is interesting. Yeah, this is cool. It seems to work well. I like the colors and the textures and the way the colors and the inks work together. I think is nice in this. I think I'll give it a 9.
Alrighty. And I'm going a 10. I really like this one. Alrighty, so let's move on to the chat. And we start with Dark Admiral saying he really likes the Legion cover, as well as Summon and Summoner saying, yeah, Legion Volume 2, 294 was good. All right, start with Jay.
Let's see. Jay gives this a 10, and Jim Sorensen gives it a 5.
Jay, do you just wake up?
Maybe. Ethereal Dragon gives this a 10.
He might have
He
been tucking
does
it out
Dark
watching
Admiral
Harder Mouse
here.
earlier. So we got 3 10s.
And
then Mariah.
yeah, Darth Kato gives it a meow meow 10.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe a meow 10. Maybe not as meow meow as the previous one. And Mariah says,
World's End 10. In a world where this is a great concept, but the rendering just doesn't do it for me. Colors are good. This is a Dark Side of the Moon 5.
Solid pun.
I approve. Summoner gives it a 10 though, and doesn't have much else to say about it. I guess because he's busy putting out the fire. Ooh, Desert Rose gives us a 10 too, and I have to assume so does Sammy. Dark Kato says boink, which in cat is meow.
I bestow upon you the bop.
Oh, and Michael, yeah, I did not include his first appearance because he's not on his first appearance. Yes.
All right, Raven. What does Henry German
There's a
say?
Jimmy Olsen comic with Darkseid.
The first Darkseid is a Jimmy Olsen comic. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Oh no, poor Jimmy.
All right, Raven.
Book. Book number 9. It looks okay. It's a very good cover. It's an 8.
Only Amy can run forest fires.
Everyone should try.
This cover is fire. Get it? Fire.
Yeah.
Also, I was eating a caramel-filled cabaret, though I do like the normal one with the white foamy stuff, you know.
Mhm.
They also make a marshmallow one. I will say a
Marshmallow?
10. You know,
So
But,
there's a chocolate caramel
and
marshmallow.
gay, it better be a Stay Puft marshmallow one.
RDV, what are you saying? Amy is like Drew Barrymore in Firestarter. Yes, the classic ones. Not the second one. The second one's a little adult. Jose Sarango says 8.
And Michael Taylor says it's 9. It's a very cool cover with nice color and detail.
Look at the credits. 11 people worked on this book. Is it a double size? It could be.
It
That would
probably
make
is.
sense.
Yeah.
it's
What's the
12 cents.
price? Yep.
$2.99 back in the day.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the last of the scores. We have 2 5s, 8 4s, and 2 9s. Trying to take out 10 10s and failing.
I like Jose's like every day you learn something new.
Right?
There you go.
A marshmallow Cadbury egg. I had no idea. Ugh.
Okay, and then we have this is book 10, and I think it
Put
is.
them in a saucepan and cereal.
Does anybody here eat Peeps or put them in their hot cocoa?
You know, I never
I
actually
have
thought of
had-
doing that.
Yeah,
Peeps
they're like
before?
because Peeps are so sugary. They're so sweet. Like
Yeah.
I put them in hot cocoa. Probably would balance it out a little bit. Really.
Ooh. Do you
I
think
want to
they
try
can-
that now. I really do. Yeah, I'm not a coffee fan, but the hot chocolate thing might
Yeah.
actually work. Yeah, I'll give that a try.
Yeah,
All
hot
right, so we're on book number 10, and I'm going to lead us off here. And we have Earth 2, number 24, Darkseid versus Power Girl.
Oh, is
And
that what that is?
But there's
Yep.
someone behind him too.
And it looks like it almost looks like a Eclipso, or is that a mirror image of Darkseid? Desaad, maybe?
Ooh.
Okay, so what is this? This is Earth 2, issue number 24. I'm giving this a 10 because fucking awesome. Excuse my language, ladies. Sorry, I cuss a lot. In all honesty, I love the painted look here. I guess it kind of looks like watercolors. I may be off. I'm not an artist, but I have seen watercolor paintings that kind of look like this, almost like it's a little smeared, but it looks so on point. I love the lighting because Apokolips is a planet on fire, and you can see that on the ground, and the light is kind of coming from a little bit from above, a little bit from below, and a lot from above from the moon. The colors on both characters are incredibly lifelike. This is a great freaking cover. This is a great painting. I like this. I give it a 10. RDV, what do you say?
A weird pose for Power Girl. No defensive pose whatsoever.
Well, I think that's what it is. She's reeling back. She's kind of bent because he's looming over and forward at her.
Her arms are at her side. I don't know where her left arm
Yeah.
is though.
Well, she could
And the
also
other
be
guy-
thinking flight because that's the way she would get
This
ready
might
to
be
flight.
Eclipse though, because he's got his hand on Darkseid's shoulder, so maybe he's
Could be,
controlling
yeah.
Darkseid. Either way, I do like the immense size and like difference of Darkseid, and
He
like,
looks like a threat to Power Girl here.
well, I say it's the animated series or movie Justice League War, Darkseid,
Yeah.
whatever it's called. Yeah, I love that giant version. Yeah, he looks more menacing. So, yeah, I'm going 10. Because I guess that Darkseid should not be the same size. I like him when he's more like a Hulk size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eric, what do you think?
I will say 10 as well.
Okay. Amy?
Well, when you look at the okay, this is probably digitally colored.
Mhm.
It does have some of that sort of translucent, like washy quality that you get with watercolors. Probably given how opaque it is, it's close to emulate something like a gouache, which is also a good color. The modeling that you would see in like Power Girl's sleeve here, that usually happens when you overwork acrylics, but it's it's fine. I do like some things about it, and maybe it's just the copy I'm looking at, but a lot of the posing is a bit unclear. And I'm really not sure about Power Girl's shoulder. That part of her looks kind of collapsed, and there's really not much attention given to her face. So it's kind of like, it's like the artist took a couple of really good parts of the drawing, like this was a gesture drawing or something, and then I don't know, maybe it was like a really quick gesture drawing and it was finished up by somebody who didn't really understand structure that well, but was good with a brush, or maybe it's just a blurry image. If I was like going into a convention or something and I saw some artists who had this up as a painting, I would think they had really good use of color and a pretty good command of a brush and a curious falling in structure, especially considering how well some of it seems to work. So it's a little confusing to look at when you're putting it on kind of a higher level. As digital coloring, it's fine, but at least the elements of the coloring sort of fit together.
Smoke background, everything, the night sky.
Yeah, this glittery texture on the floor where I guess it kind of looks like maybe his foot hit the ground and then slid, and now it's just where he's kind of there.
So what do you score it?
Yeah,
That could be seriously cool.
that could be cool. I think I could at least give it a 9.
All righty. How about you, Melissa?
I think I lean it toward Amy's opinion. A 9.
Okay. All right, let's take it to the chat. And I believe the first score comes from MK, who says, trivia questions, who knows the story where Batman hacked Darkseid's firebombs that would destroy Apokolips? Final Crisis, right? And Darkseid was like, you're bluffing. Also, love this cover, very gritty looking, love it, 10.
Was that also
There-
some of the Justice League movies too?
Well, I think he did something similar in, I want to
The Hellfire
in
bombs. Yeah,
Justice League, in a Justice League story during the Grant Morrison run. I think he did something similar
yeah,
there.
I don't
too.
know about that. I just know about. I watched the cartoons.
How about Darth Kato, kids? Take it from there.
Well, Darth Kato gives it a meow, meow, meow 10. So that's awesome.
And who says Rango says this is a 7.
There you go. Jim Sorensen?
Sorensen.
Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. Jim Sorensen says it's another 5. Great Mongol, but bad Darkseid.
Mongol, is that the fellow, the little ghostly guy in the
So
background?
Mongol, he's making fun of John Darkseid. Mongol was a guy. He's usually yellow, wears a purple suit. He works on.
Yeah.
He's a owner of Warworld.
Mongol just pawn in Game of Life too. You have to.
Yeah. So he's saying that Darkseid looks like Mongol, drawn differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We learn something new every day. Michael says this is 10 though. It's a very cool cover with nice colors and detail. And Desert Rose agrees. She says 10 for the cover, 0 for the peeps. Are they too sweet for you, or do you not like the colors? Do you think it's just sad eating something that looks cute?
He's 0 for the peeps. She doesn't like peeps, apparently.
Hmm.
All right. Dark Admiral March Hare says 7. Power Girl looks withered and kind of stretched out. Otherwise, pretty good cover. You know, I was just thinking about this. Darkseid really could be palming her head. She could just be hanging there lifeless.
But you can't really tell.
That would have been
And
great
that's the
cover,
problem.
though. So it looks like he's getting ready to uppercut her.
It definitely looks like there's going to be a slapping.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you paint something, it's understood that areas of focus have more detail and areas of less focus you just kind of are impressionistic with. It helps focus the eye, but your heroes.
So where are we on the scores?
We are at Summoner saying 7.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
And Ethereal says 8.
Yep.
And then the
Summon-
upcoming lead. Oh, he's grading the Legion cover. Maranya is next.
Oh, sorry.
Earth 224. In a world where this is a great concept, marred by a muddled, too dark modern rendering that is trying for Alex Ross and missing spectacularly. Meh isn't strong enough. I said meh isn't strong enough, but it scores that level 5.
I disagree. Alex Ross is overrated. Everything's you know what he's known for? The shiny guy.
Shiny guy?
Everything he draws has a shiny gloss to it.
No, if you want to say, you can say his strength is not sequential art, but saying he's overrated, that's...
yeah, I'm disagreeing with that.
I say there's a lot better artists than Alex Ross. I'm not saying he's a bad artist. I'm just saying there's a lot better.
Name one.
As far as interior artists go and everything, I would say John Buscema does better art. John Romita Sr.
No, as far as artists go, neither one of them are in Alex Ross's league. Now, sequential storytelling, they were both better than Alex Ross, but no one paints a cover better than Alex Ross in the business.
Lucio Perillo.
He did mention, I have to back up, as much as I disagree, I have to back up RDV. He said interior art.
And Alex Ross has done interior art too.
Right, I said that. I said that, as
But
far
as
interior art, Alex Ross is better, but sequential, Romita and...
Yeah. Do we have a stereo Ravens?
You can try.
All right.
Henry Jeremick says,
Book number 10.
It's too dark. Pun not intended. It just worked out that way. Ha. 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 Power Girl's head hair is not rendered well. It just looks like a blob. Half of Darkseid looks okay. 6.
The fact that you guys improvised a ha 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 in stereo. Thank you. That was awesome. All righty. Michael Taylor, I do think.
Did anybody catch that they pronounced Darkseid differently?
Yeah, I know. Darkseid. Yeah. All righty. So those are the gradings. We've got 2 5s and we've got 1 6, 2 7s, 1 8, and 2 9s. And they are, what is that? 2 4 6 7 8, and they are trying to take out 8 10s, and they did it. This is a 9.
But I mean, gosh, if you were actually painting this and you could start working on it and you had a deadline that was like 2 weeks, you'd probably get about that far through and go, you just have to finish it.
Okay. Next up is book number 11, and I'm just going to put it in the 10 column.
Darkseid.
Just do that immediately.
Just immediately. I am not allowing this next book to not be an 11. That I took the 10 spot. This is RDV. RDV's gonna 2 it. He's gonna, out of spite for me, he's gonna 2 this thing.
Well, don't tell me I'm gonna do it now. I will do it out of spite.
Let's go for book 11. Yeah,
reverse.
This is blah blah blah. I give it a 3 just because I hyped it. Here you go. This is one of the greatest covers of all time and one of the greatest stories of all time, the Darkness Saga, the Great Darkness Saga. There you go. All right. RDV, you're leading us off.
Darkseid is not impressed. the floating head.
He's the big giant head of Third Rock from the Sun. Yes.
Oh,
One
praise
giant
the
foot.
giant
Oh,
Easter
yeah.
Island. So that's where they got the Easter Island heads from.
Yeah, it was straight up from this cover 2,000 years ago.
The Kirby crackle in the background. This is it. The cataclysmic climax of the Great Darkness Saga. Special giant size issue. Yeah. I just love the face. Like it just I don't understand. It's supposed to be a helmet behind him, but it looks like it says I got blue hair. I am now voting left.
It is increasingly becoming not my friend. There is no and friends.
Darkseid is girl. Hey, girlfriend. I'm going 7 on this. I will be nice. I will not to it for you.
Oh, okay. Eric, what do you think?
I will. 2. This cover depicts slavery.
Okay.
It's
But in a good way.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Then
It's the good American kind of slavery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it a 10 then.
YMCA.
How about you, Amy and Melissa?
I do like the rendering on the kind of the stony texture for his skin in this one.
That's well done.
Yeah, that is cool, especially when they've gone over with the sort of the dark stripe down the middle. The way they reversed it with it's actually the texture reads a little bit better where it's been reversed and it's mostly dark. I don't know why he kind of abandoned a lot of the larger sections towards the outside. I mean, that's his choice.
So how many 10 should I put you down for?
Sure, that's fine. I'll get. Well, are they like in like show choir going jazz?
No, they are
Yes.
worshipping because he is the most powerful. This is where Darkseid started being the big badass of the DC universe.
If it's
it was
jazz
with-
hands, then it's a 10.
It was with this this story. Alrighty, Melissa, what do you think?
Right, it's got issues. Oh, well, it doesn't. I mean, sorry.
It is an issue.
It is an issue. It's a super special
Yes.
giant size issue.
What's
And-
so special?
And jazz
But-
hands.
But does it belong in the gutter? You decide.
Yes, and Amy, yeah, be honest. I said that.
Yeah,
'cause I
Amy.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because he loves it doesn't mean you need to praise it. You can
Right.
say it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to come on the show anymore.
It doesn't suck.
Wait. Yeah, I changed my mind. This book sucks. See you guys later.
This is a fine Hoover cover.
Any give you a number?
If I had to say something,
I will say the individual elements of it are well
they're
rendered.
good. Yeah, like those characters back there. I mean, as small as they are, you could tell whoever drew this really knows how to draw. There's
Yes.
there's serious skill there. The rock texture is very good. The cosmic dog.
Eric, do you know who?
Even
would
if
have
I
been
find the black
artist at this
line
point?
painted right down the middle of his face kind of distracting,
Keith Giffen.
it's well done.
There you go.
Well, maybe just to give it respect to where respect is due to solid skills, I'll go ahead and give it a 10.
All right. Yeah, this is Eric just said it's Keith Giffen. Giffen. 1,
Given.
2. Okay. RDV, Eric.
It's your
Melissa,
turn.
Amy, it's my turn. All right. Well, I give it a 2.
All right, cool.
Let's go to the chat.
Jim Sorensen is saying 12. Sorry, your vote is invalid. Please try
There you
again.
go. Jim is giving it a 12, but we'll count it as a 10.
Henry Jermick says, Amy and Melissa, that was great. Dual Raven, very cool. Thank you both.
Aw.
Entonces, Rangos this is a 7.
There you go. March Hare says 10. This is a great cover.
Yeah, by the time I recall from, I was the Superman, Batman, Apokolips story. Believe they made an animated movie from it to with Batman hacking Darkseid's feather bombs. While I spit on Darkseid's face 9.
Is there?
I don't know where I was going there. I was.
Why'd you pull a rabbit out of your hat?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Batman. The Superman Batman Apocalypse movie is the one I was talking about. The Hellfire Bombs. That is a really good movie.
Summoner says, "Oh my gosh, this is the one I wanted, 10. I'm so happy for you. That's great."
All right, but it's not for sale yet, so wait till you pick this book.
I did have this on auction a couple of weeks ago.
You lose. You get nothing. Summer. You didn't buy it. I don't have an attachment to the story, so I don't see it.
It is what it is.
Neither do I. Oh, speaking of which, is anybody actually going to read that new Old Man Daredevil book coming out this year or this week? It's supposed to be Daredevil. It's Old Man Logan.
I read the Harley Quinn fart book, and it reminded me: don't read new comics.
So wait. So you can only go upward then.
Yeah, I know. Every comic book from here is just going to be so much better. All right, who do we have next?
Zero Dragon says 8, and Raven. What does Henry say?
Let's see. Book 11.
Book 11. I think I have this book. Keith Griffin, I believe. I always like this cover. It's a 10.
Yeah. Desert Rose says, love the Stereo Ravens. Aw. The cover gets an 8. Those are very good.
Michael Thayer says, fantastic cover. Nice colors and detail. This is the best cover so far. Well, that's it, you guys. We know which one. This one. And Maranya says,
There's one more.
Legion of Superheroes 294. In a world where there's no competing with Stereo Ravens. Perfect lemming head of the villain. Legion kneeling to Darkseid and worship. Homage, hey, I've heard it both ways. To Kirby Crackle. Why am I even here? Score Darkseid is 10.
You literally could have said something Darkseid 10.
I didn't even want to put that much effort into it.
And
whatever.
Darth Kato says, it was at this moment that Darkseid realized he didn't like the DC rendition of YMCA. It's a 10.
Right? I think that's funny. That's what I liked about it. Yeah, that's a 10. Let's see.
All righty.
And that's it.
All right. Those are the scores. So
and hello, Tom Meyer.
Hello. We have 2 7s, 2 8s, 1 9 trying to take out 12 10s. This is a 10, a bouncy 10.
You know, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
If Meyer got a greeting in Stereo Raven.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey guys. You see that?
Hey guys.
Oh, it's
Is that
buried
Bob
under
Meyer?
the comments.
Yeah, they say hello to him as Raven.
Hi.
All right. Now, before we move on to the last book of the night, here are the last rejects. These made it all the way up to the very last cut. I had a few seconds at the end there that didn't have any sound, so there you go.
You know, I was gonna start unmute my mic. Go da 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 da
Da,
da
da,
da.
da, 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 da. All right, what was from that one that you would have saved?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention anymore.
No,
The music was scarring me. Anybody else want to
Batman,
play the
Robin,
game?
Hale, Bat Armor, Batman versus Darkseid. That one where he looks like a bat, like the wings are going out, was the last one cut. No. Yeah, I think that was. The evil Supergirl held on, but ultimately I had to think it's a Supergirl cover more than Darkseid, so that's why it didn't make it. So the Final Crisis cover is that was good as well. It is difficult, but hey, I hope you enjoy the ones that even the bad ones, the ones you didn't like. I hope you enjoyed it. Right now we have a go for book 12. Eric is going to lead us off, and we have Justice League Odyssey, the B cover of issue number 21.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm gonna go 6.
Really?
I think Darkseid just looks like a Getter Robo or whatever that. It just looks like a giant robot.
All righty,
It's
not
just-
doing
yeah,
it for
not
Eric.
at all.
Okay, what do you say, Lester Sisters?
Let's see. Oh, let me pull the picture up so I can get a better look. It's kind of small there.
Okay, now did you say this was a redo of a different cover?
No, this is
Okay, so this is that's fine. It seems like a nice painting of
True.
that character.
Finished.
Just a bunch of digital texture in the background, and is he supposed to be made out of rocks? And he's like,
yeah, he's very
lava?
stone. He's a stone-faced creature. Yes.
Okay, and then he has glowing eyes because he has like lava kind of behind them, and that's kind of seeping through the cracks. Well, now that's sort of interesting. So he's kind of made out of the same thing that his planet is, because his planet's a
Sort of,
volcano.
yeah.
Planet. That's kind of an
That's a nice
interesting.
touch.
Yeah, that's an interesting detail. I hadn't really thought that before, but it's an interesting interpretation.
I like that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's nice. It's well done. I probably would have done a little more with the lighting here. Is this supposed to be like it looks like he's like, I don't know, it's a hologram of a planet or something, but it seems like you would put light more around his hands where the glowing planet is, then I'm not sure what's giving him this kind of
it's more of like you said, it's more of a hologram than the actual planet, or the planet has a shield. Yeah, because he's literally he's not that big, although he has been changed into a creature of many different universes, and he can become solid in one, and he's huge and he's more powerful than ever.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, but it's still cool. I think I'd have to give it at least a 9.
Alrighty, how about you, Melissa?
I think this is my, I don't know if maybe other compositions would, or lighting or something would do the a similar concept to more justice or not. But this is my favorite concept for Darkseid design, especially the use of his skin and the molten rock underneath, like sort of a crackled molten lava body. Is, I think that's a really cool aesthetic.
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
It's a neat idea. So I think I had a lot of fun with that idea, and I think it's probably one of the coolest designs on that front. I feel like giving it a 10 for that.
Alrighty, RDV, what do you say?
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole life. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh man. Darkseid looks a lot older in this in the face than he does in the
Yeah,
other
he needs a
ones.
moisturizer.
I'm Lex Luthor as Darkseid. or General Mortis. But I like this. I love the suit and everything. Looks more. He's got the giant, thick, the pixel fingers, the whirl, everything. Honestly, if I would have saw this, I was buying this series when it was coming out. I would have grabbed this cover.
Yeah.
Is this cover A or variant?
It's cover B. You know, remember they would always put out an A and a B
cardstock. Yeah.
Yeah.
10, man. This is great. The rendering of the Earth, the scale, everything, and what's left of that planet. We don't know if it's Earth or not. It could be just like his energy, like whatever he's doing to it.
Alrighty. Obviously, I give it a 10. I always give a 10 to the last books because that's what I think about them. I love this is Darkseid looming large, and that's one of the reasons why I liked it. He looks like obviously a world conqueror.
You would be great if he was playing pool and he had the other planets as the filler balls.
I'm not. I guess I'm about the only one that had thought of this, except for I guess 2 other people. But Jim Sorensen gives it a 7. Jose, I give it a 6. Desert Rose says 7, and so does Summoner. So not doing so well with the chat so far. Let's take it away, guys.
I love comics, so what's grippier? Make a poll. Lester Sisters' third thing or MKF's high-pitched little girl voice? Back to demon voice.
MK's high-pitched little girl voice as he's hitting on Amy. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. See, I told you. All
so
right.
you think I should be reading this as... I read this as 10.
Yeah, no. By the way, no, I do joke because MK is he was sweet towards Amy a couple of times.
I don't joke. I do it to make MK feel uncomfortable.
That's the plan. Yes. Okay. Darth Kato says 6. Michael Taylor says 6. The colors and detail is nice though.
For some reason, Jim says I thought this was gonna be an X-Men Titans crossover.
I see that.
You know what? That didn't even make the reach. I forgot all about that. I cannot fucking excuse my language again, ladies. I can't believe I forgot that cover considering how many times I've sold it.
Yeah.
But the thing is also we have done that cover before and I think it won its season. So it was
Dark Admiral March Hare says 9. Theo Dragon comes in with the larger-than-life Darkseid, or Darkseid. You've heard it both ways by the listeners. With the Earth in his hands. It is an eye.
Planet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, looks like a barren Earth.
Right.
Like barren Earth. In a world where
Justice League Odyssey 21. In a world where someone loves the modern rendering of a looming Darkseid projecting the death of a world. Simple. In a world with a death of a world. Simple. Effective. Mystery is happy to sell this book. Seems to me Mystery is just happy to have his job back.
Yep.
Score Darkseid definitely is 10.
Yes, definitely. Most definitely. And Raven, what does Henry say?
Let's see. And Raven.
Book 12. Almost non-existent title. Interesting. It's all right. I guess. It's a 6.
Alrighty.
And Beast Boy, what does Michael Taylor say?
Michael Taylor? Let's see. He wants to raise the score to an 8 for the colors and the details.
All right, done and done.
And
this isn't a Virgin variant. This is a cover B. Back in the day, they would have a regular and then a card stock. And this was the card stock. A Virgin variant wouldn't have the title on top.
They still do the cover card stock like this. Yeah, I've been doing it since like 2017.
They still do it?
Yeah.
The Admiral of the March Hare says that he would love to bump his score up to a 10, please.
Okay, and what was Dark Admiral? He was a 9, now he's a 10 already.
And I, Robin, think this is a 10 as well.
Alrighty, Dark Admiral, Summoner, Jack Kirby always said Darkseid.
And I, Batman, I'm also
when the kid said Darkseid, Jack Kirby didn't correct him and let him go on. For the longest time, I knew it as Darkseid, and then I heard it as Darkseid so much. Yeah.
And I, Batman, also vote this as 10.
Well, let's see what it actually is. Here's the stop. Alrighty, and we have 5 We have 5, 6. What was it? 5. Okay, go all the way across the page. 6s, 2 7s, 1 8. Okay, 5 6s or 5 6 taking out 5 of the 6 10s, 2 8s taking out 1 of the last 10 and 1 of the 2 9s, and this is a 9, right? 5. Yes, this
So
is a 9.
you know what's crazy about this? You're paying $1 more to get this cardstock variant.
Yep.
You open the book. There's cover A underneath it.
Well, the worst is when you pay the $1 for the cardstock variant, and then you open the book and it's
Tom King,
Riley Rosmo art. They did that far too many times.
I would rather have Rosmo art than suffer reading Tom King.
There's no reason for Rosmo art.
There is. It's called Sandman.
Yeah, no.
Did you not read that came out last year, the Sandman miniseries?
Yeah, I read it, but it would have been better with better art.
Well, they all left. What do you?
Well, here we go. We have 3 7s, 3 8s, 3 9s, and 3 10s. Alrighty.
Bunch of numbers.
That is a bunch of numbers. It's 12 numbers.
Ooh, tuna.
Alrighty.
I know, right?
So let's start on the 7s, and here we go. Let me get the go for 7 here, and have a good night. One slick bowed out. So go for
one slick tuna. It's gone.
Yeah, he says he has to call it for this week because he's got a lot of early morning meetings.
When did he say that?
Before the show.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see him anywhere.
Alrighty. Let's see. What were the 7s? We had the first book right here, and then the second book, and that would be the new third book. Oh, 1, 2, and 3 made 7s. All right.
How close was that first book getting to moving out of the 7s? Because Melissa never voted on it. I don't think she did.
Let me see. We have 3. That's 1, 2, 3, and then we had 5. It was not close at all.
Okay. So even if she gave it a 10.
Yeah,
okay.
Even if she gave it a 10.
I'm just curious because then we would have 4 8s. But anyway.
Yep. Alrighty. So let us go. So RDV, favorite and least favorite 7.
Favorites is Death of Little Bo Peep. And you guys.
Oh, okay. I guess that's 3. All right.
3. The worst. Wow. Number 1.
Number one. All right, Eric. Best and worst of the 7s.
Best 3, worst 1.
All righty. And Amy.
I guess my favorite of them would be the third one, and my least favorite would probably be the fruitcake hula hoop.
All righty. And Melissa.
My favorite's the third. My least favorite would be the first.
All righty. And yeah, that third one is the better one, isn't it? But I feel differently. I'm going with the second is the least favorite. All right, let's get to the chat and see what they have to say about the 7s. Let's see. Jose says 1 is best, 2 is the least favorite. All righty. And then we have 3rd is best, 1st is worst, says Darth Kato. Oop, wrong one. That would have been 1 is best, and then 3rd is the least favorite. And then we have 3rd is best, 1st is worst. Alrighty. And then next up, we have Henry saying 3 is best, 1st is worst. I'm seeing a trend. And then Michael, yes, Desert Rose, never get tired of tuna. Let's see. Desert Rose says 3 is best, 2 is worst. There we go. And then we have 2 is best, 1 is worst, says Dark Admiral. Next up, we have 1 is best, 2 is worst. Okay, and then we have, let's see, that was Dark Admiral. Summoner, 1 is best, 2 is worst. Oh, wait, I think I read that. Ethereal, 3 is best, 1 is worst. All right, next up, we have Maranya. Yikes, best is 2, worst is 1. All righty. And then we have not a fan of either. 3 is best, 2 is worst. Okay. And let's see. 3 is best, 2 is worst from MK. This is not going to be a surprise in any way, shape, or form. So let's just move the new gods all the way up here to the front. Then we have 2 positives on both the other ones, but we have 6 negatives and 8 negatives. And the way it works here is, in all honesty, the hula hoop one. The fish, what was it? Fish cakes hula hoop? Fruit cake. Okay. A little bit better than fish cakes. Okay, let's go for 8, and I will show off the covers for these 3 as well. All right. And we have the Justice League.
Right. The face.
And then we had the digital back. And we had the Mr. Miracle. Okay, RDV, best and least.
The worst is Lurch, Darkseid.
Okay, I guess that you mean Mr. Miracle. Yep. All righty.
The best, obviously, is Falling People. It's a Justice League one.
All right, Justice League. Okay. Eric?
Best is 1, worst is 2.
Okay. And Amy?
Oh Lord.
It says I like the 7s more than the 8s.
I actually like this.
Sometimes it works out that way.
Yeah, no, you're allowed to like anything you like.
I don't care. We have done so many of these shows now. We're up to like 170 something now. That you have had a show where you have seen a string of 9s that you wish were in the 10s.
You know, that reminds me. I gotta take some nights off.
I don't know. Maybe the third one. I guess overall the best one would be the maybe the third one, and then for I guess favorite and least favorite, maybe the first one.
Okay, was the first one the best or the worst?
Oh, I guess probably my least favorite
is the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
And the third one is your favorite. Melissa, what do you think?
Right. Because I'm not going to say it's bad. Just
I think my favorite's the second one. I'm just impressed by the color work.
Mm-hmm.
And my least favorite would be the third one.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, the second one, the style that they do with that background reminds me of the Miles Morales movies.
And you and I agree there, Melissa. I say 2 and 3 as well. Let's get to the chat and see what they says. All righty. Fish cakes. Love it. Let's see. Stripper Seed won second place. Jose. Best is 3. Worst is 2. All righty. There we go. Best is the third. Second
That's not what some Puss in Boots sounds like.
Yes, I am Puss in Boots. The 8s, 2 is best, 3 is worst, says Henry.
Actually, wasn't Jose any stick?
That's it. And he's saying, ruin that Justice League cover for me as well as I can't unsee the face on Darkseid's chest. I know, right? It's a whole head. It's got ears for freaking hell. 8 is best. 8 best 2, worst 1 says Summoner. Best is 2, worst is 1. And then we have, let's see, Dark Admiral, 1 and 2.
That came out, what, in the 80s?
How
have you never noticed that face?
I really saw it. Desert Rose says 1 and 3. Okay. Next up, we have Ethereal saying 1 and 3. And then we have Maranya saying 1 and 3. And then we have Darth Kato saying second is best, third is worst. Next up, MK says 2 is worst.
No.
Best is 2, worst is 3.
I guess
All right.
I guess the 3 staying where it is.
Yeah, 3 is definitely the worst. It's got 8 negatives against 2 positives. So yeah, we're not, no surprises on that one. It stays there. The other ones, we have 6 each on the positive side, but one has 3 negatives, the other one has 2. So this line stays as it is.
One skipped Michael.
One smicked Michael. One smicked Kickle.
Skip Pickle. He said, well,
you got to put numbers up for me to notice.
Well, no, but you read it off though too. You read it off.
Did I read it off?
Yeah, leave as is.
Yeah, I did at the end. Yeah. I said yours last, Michael. Let's just go with
Actually,
that.
no, you said it first. I remember you reading it.
Okay, so he gave. I don't remember this. Okay, so he gave Justice
What day is
League
it?
the 1, and he gave the 3. There we go. Okay, so in all honesty, it is now changed. Well, nope. It stays as is because it. Yeah, there we go. All right. So anywho, he just solidified it. All right, let's go for the 9s. No worries, Michael. I need a new sheet of paper for these. I am destroying forests doing these shows.
You're destroying forests?
It's my garbage box.
The cat.
How dare you destroy this forest before Amy can set them on fire?
Well, I'm trying to save them by killing them. I'm trying to save them by destroying them.
I fail to see the logic in that.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3. There we go, and that's the 9s and 10s.
Do you know the better thing would be to start the forest on fire before that way she can't.
Hey, I did not start the fire.
If you start
been burning though.
It was always burning since the world has been
If you start the fire
turning.
first, she can't start the fire then.
Okay, did I put the go for? Okay, I need to go for 9s.
Not yet.
Go for 9s, yeah.
Wants to burn it.
Go for 9. Alrighty. RDV?
I was just gonna say that MK jumped the gun, so remember to count his when you go over because he's got.
Too late.
Oh, wow.
Duh. Go ahead. What do you say, RDV? Oh, hold on. Let me show off the 9 covers again.
No.
And we have Justice League Odyssey number 12. And then we had the Darkseid versus Power Girl. And the Final Odyssey. All righty. What do you say, RDV? Best and least. Favorite and least favorite.
Favorite is 3.
Okay.
Least favorite is 2.
Okay. And how about you, Eric?
My favorite is 2. My least favorite is 3.
Okay.
How dare you, sir?
Amy, what do you think of the 9s?
I guess my favorite's the first one, and my least favorite is the second.
Okay. Melissa?
My favorite is Mumra. My least favorite is the second.
Mumra is the first one.
Okay.
We were joking about earlier, remember? Because he has like whenever Mumra would Hulk out, you get the power, and then he'd go, "I'm a little old mummy." Then afterwards.
So, all right. So that's everybody there except for me, and I'm looking at it. Oh goodness, I love that. I love the Power Girl. That is such a great painting. My least favorite is got to be the one on the end. Okay, number 3. Okay, let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chat, and they are saying Marania is saying 3 is worst. 2 MK stops at 9s. 3 is
no, the best is 3.
Worst is 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Worst is 2. All right. And then we have Ethereal saying 1 and 2. All righty. And then we have Henry, the 9s. 1 is best, laser eyes. 2 is worst, Power Girl.
Hey.
All right. And then we have Jose saying 1 is worst. Best is 1, worst is 2. All righty. And next up, we have second is best, third is worst from
no more cat treats for Kato.
Kato.
You're cut up, buddy.
All righty. Then we have MK 9, best is 2, worst is 3. All right, best is 2, worst is 3. And Amy's favorite song is that song Just Didn't Start the Fire, or whatever it is, Bill. It's called Just Didn't Start the Fire in Allentown.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Billy, I like him.
Yes. Let's see, 2 and 3 from Desert Rose.
Chili Bowl.
Chili Bowl. That's his name.
We Didn't Start the Fire is the song, says Maranya. Let's see, Summoner says 9's best is 1, worst is 3. Best is 1, the worst is 3. And then we have 1 and 2 from Dark Admiral as well. There, okie dokies. We have excellent taste. You have 4 senses. 2 is best, 3 is worst, says Michael Taylor. All righty. And hey, MK, not old man. I'm only middle-aged. Let's see.
You're what now?
9 is going to change. Yeah, it is the way it is here. It is exactly the way it's staying, because we have 7 positives, no negatives for 1, 6 positives, 8 negatives for 2, and 2 positives. So yeah, that is where it's.
Hey, I said I'm not giving you more treats. It doesn't mean the girls won't go. Look, you're like, here, you want a whole chicken leg?
Yeah. I see that one in the fridge.
All right, we're gonna go for 10. These are the books that got. Hold on, let me scroll it up a little so you can actually see the 10s. All righty, and these are the books that got the 10s.
I can only imagine.
We had Wonder Woman. We had The Rise of Apokolips. And then we had the Great Darkness Saga. All righty, so RDV, what do you say? 1, 2, or 3? What is your favorite and least favorite?
1 is the best. 3 is the worst.
1 is the best. 3 is the worst. You son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
You don't know my mom, so don't say that. Only I can say that.
Okay. I am a son of a bitch. Yeah, okay. What do you think there, Eric? Is RDV a son of a bitch?
My mom called me a son of a bitch once.
Yeah, he told me that, and he said, she get mad because you said something back to her?
I said, how mad do you have to make one's mother to have her call you a son of a bitch? That was the end of the argument, though. Since she figured out what she'd done, just backing up. But, 3 is the best. 2 is
3
the
is
worst.
the best. All righty. And which one's the worst?
2.
Okie dokies. And Amy.
Hey. Well, my favorite of the night is that Wonder Woman. I think that's just a great composition and a cool dynamic between the characters.
Mm-hmm.
It really shows a lot of power and energy. So that one's far and away my favorite. They're neat, but I think overall, I think probably my least favorite of the 3 would be the diving into Mount Doom one. So I'll say the second one is least favorite.
All righty, Melissa.
Found it.
Found it. If it's all gooey and melty, though, maybe it won't be able to resummon Sauron, so that's okay.
Okay.
Melissa.
My favorite's the first one. My least favorite's the second one.
All righty. And, well, I made mine pretty clear before. So I'm going 3 and 1. All right. Going to the chat.
Wow.
We have Dark Admiral saying 1 and 2. Alrighty, then we have Summoner saying 3 and 1. Then we have Maranya, 3 is the best, and worst unquestionably is 2. Alrighty, and then Desert Rose says 2 is best, 3 is worst. Alrighty, that's no, Desert Rose, no. How That Fire cover made it to 10, and the better cover 3, number 3 cover of the 9s didn't. Yes. I know. Frankly, I would have put the Justice League Odyssey from the 9s and the 10s, but it is what it is. 1 is best, 2 is worst, says Darth Kato. Alrighty. And then we have MK saying 1 with Wonder Woman, and the worst is the 3. No.
It is a neat little rectangle, though, the way there's 3 and 3 and 3 and 3.
Yeah. All right. So Henry says the Legion is the best. The worst, sorry, RDV, you're wrong again. All righty. So he's going 3 and 1. And then we have Michael Taylor. It's a toss-up between 1, 2, and 3. Best, 2 is worst. Wait, what?
It's okay, Henry. We just know that he hates strong female characters.
Okay. Well, thank you for leaving it up to me there, Michael. When Eric mentioned that story, I immediately flashed to Joe Piscopo and Johnny Danger saying, it shoots through schools. Let's see. That's all the scores. So let's go ratio these biatch, find out what we're sending to the brackets. Obviously, we're not sending book 2 to the brackets, but we do have 6 positive. Holy shit. Okay.
Language.
Sorry about that. Who was it that voted for the second to be the best?
Us?
No, not wasn't one of us. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see who it was.
Desert Rose. It's
Desert Rose. Okay, Desert Rose. We have a tie between the Legion of Superheroes. Let me bring them up here. You're the only one that voted for the other one to be the best. Okay. So is it Wonder Woman? This tired old woke version of all of things, or is it the excellent Legion of Superheroes 294? What would you vote for between those two? The overdone modern or the awesome middle cover?
Wow, leading the witness. Objection.
I lead everybody.
You think that?
Yeah.
Ronnie says I almost voted 1 because 3 just give it because it's old school. So
yeah. All right. So Wonder Woman is going to the chapel, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to the bracket fights. Based on Desert Rose had the final call, and there you go. All right. Our number, where is it? Here you go. Our number 1 cover of the night. I did not see that coming. I really did not. The Wonder Woman being the final. Go figure.
Wow. So neither did I.
I know, right? Okay, I got to say though, my favorite cover of the night, which I love the Great Darkness, but my favorite cover was the Justice League Odyssey with the Omega beams going everywhere. I thought 1, he's the giant villain that I always like him that you're mentioning, and 2, it shows off his power with the Omega beam. I thought that was awesome, but there you go. I vote Legion of Superhero looming villain all day and all night. Tosses in tote bag 1,000 votes, right?
Good night, March Hair.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Well, have a good night, Dark Admiral. Take care.
Wow, Juror 13, she says.
The thing is, Michael put in his 3 is best to his worst, but he was like, oh, it's a toss-up. And I went, fine, 3 is best. And I already marked you down as 3 is best there, Michael. Yeah, Wonder Woman deserved that win. Such a great cover. It really is a good cover. I thought this was going to be a bigger 10 fest.
I would not say Legion's best. I would just say that Legion is good for being old school. I appreciate it, but I also appreciate the fact that was Wonder Woman kicking ass.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Because she's the only one that can go toe to toe with Superman, and Superman can go toe to toe with Darkseid.
I thought it was cool. She was definitely fighting and doing well, but he didn't come across looking weak.
No. Exactly.
Really, you don't often see that in covers. It's always like somebody throwing someone else like a rag doll.
Yeah, whatever device she had in her left hand, he crushed it. Like, you can see him actually as a crush on the cover. So, like I said, I normally would not go for a Wonder Woman cover, but that was actually done really well.
Yeah, because
yeah. So honestly, I look forward. Actually, honestly, I would love to read that on the channel. We should read Justice League Odyssey.
It is a really good series.
I love it.
Yeah, you read it, so you know.
I know. Yeah, Jessica Cruz, the Omega Beam energy she gets. People are like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that was dumb. That would never happen. But I was like, dude, the fact if she could do that, that's cool. Like charge her ring using Omega beams. Yeah.
There you go. And let's see. This is on Tuesday. We have Clayface. And I think I did pretty well on those. I think I gathered some very good ones. And then I am now pulling up covers for Solomon Grundy, and that'll be on Wednesday, and Lex Luthor will be on next Friday. So
normally I agree with everybody else. I go for the older covers because a lot of times the older covers are better than the modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the older cover was just like a pose cover. It was the floating head. It wasn't really it was just them worshiping.
Oh yeah, I
the
get
first
it.
one, yeah, was actually an action cover. It was done well.
It's attached. It really is attached to a story that is near and dear. So
Well, I hope everybody has a great evening. I'm gonna step out and try and get something like an early night.
all right, you have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night, Amy. Good night, Melissa.
And I am deaf for Clayface. I am
Good night, Ravens.
for Clayface. I am
Right.
definitely including the first appearance.
Zoinks, that's creepy.
Yeah. So there you go. Should be fun. Should be fun. All right. Do you have anything happening tomorrow? Because Monday is usually mine and Gail's night off. But
well, while you're doing that, Bree and I are trying to take over the world.
all righty. Well, you kids have fun.
We read Teen Titans Go every around 9:05 Eastern on the Geeky Puppet Show.
All right. You kids have a great time. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the Darkseid covers, even the crappy ones. And as always, thank you very much.
Darth Cato, Desert Rose, Michael Taylor, and what we else get here too? We have Marania, Desert Rose, Summoner, MKF 30 for showing up, Michael Taylor, and we also had Theo Dragon, Jose Sarango coming towards the end. And if I missed you, Henry Jermick, thank you for being here. And we'll see you on Tuesday night. Next cover ranking. Unless E decides, you know what, I'm going to take a night off.
No, well, it's not in the cards right yet. I might be doing like I said, I might be doing a pop-up auction because we need to make
also
$130.
Check out the Ko-Fi link if you want to support the channel. You can buy if you subscribe to his Ko-Fi, which I do not have handy on here.
If you subscribe to the Ko-Fi, you're automatically every week a $5 subscription every week. You are attached to the wheel where you can win a trade paperback for free or a $5 credit at the auction. Either one, it would be up to you. That is a new thing, the choice. But also, it's a great way to help us out. We are going to have a small auction on Tuesday or Wednesday, probably around Wednesday, because maybe Tuesday because I need it to get in before my family does. I don't have any chairs or couches or anything. We never really called this place home because they never really made it one. I don't even have electricity in my bathrooms.
What?
Yeah. I've complained many, many times. They've never come out to fix it. So it is, it's ridiculous here. So we never really made it a home. And now my family's coming in and, I would like to have them someplace to sit. So we're trying to get up $130, maybe $150 to bring in like a futon, I think they're called. And so when my family, my mother and father come in, their 78-year-old selves have someplace to sit other than the floor.
I would look into maybe your parents can help you find a different place.
Oh, well, we're looking right now.
Yes.
We've been waiting for our tax money to come so we could use that to get the hell out of here. Right now, we're actually paying what we would have in Florida, which is ridiculous because this place ain't worth it. This place is not worth it. But
try Goodwill. They might have cheaper their furniture too.
You know, you're right about that.
Thrift stores.
I don't know where my head is at. I'll check there.
Church thrift stores.
But I will still have to have an auction for it because all the money that we made on Saturday is going to bills and future auctions. So, that's the way it is.
Beanbags. Invest in beanbags.
Yeah, that'll be good for my 78-year-old mother. Yeah. Yeah.
And they're charging for rent for that?
They raised the rent. And then this is the place that threatened me with eviction. I have called them. I have sent messages. Can we get our basement cleaned? Can we get our electricity in the bathroom? Can I get my dishwasher attached to the freaking wall it's not tipping over every goddamn time we try to do the dishes?
There's got to be something you could call because that sounds like a slumlord thing.
There is a leak. Oh no, they fixed up what was supposed to happen was. They moved us in because if you guys remember, we had an emergency. So they moved us in quickly and they were fixing up the apartment. We were going to move in there, but they already had us down on a lease. They're getting our money. And I thought Gail signed a paper because they were only charging us like $800 a month. Okay, fine. but Gail never got the $800 on paper. So they popped it up to regular rent. And since they were getting our money, they rented the apartment we were supposed to get to other people, and they never came back to fix this one up. And that's where we've been. This is where we've been. So anytime you hear me bitching the fuck out of Indiana, part of it is because our first 2 interactions were ripoffs. We got our all of our savings was taken from the hotel, and that left us. So we are treading water. You know, we're actually what. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. We're what is it? We're running 100 miles an hour just to keep up. You know, we had a savings. We had a savings coming in here, and it got wiped out. And ever since then, we just, okay, here we get extra money. Okay, well, here goes that bill, and here goes that bill, and we've never been able to actually build. And it's just, oh god damn, it's pissed me off. It is pissed me off. But there you go. Oh, weird thing is here. Okay, let me clear up the electricity thing. There's no electrical socket. There's sockets and such. They never turned them on. They never unplugged them and turned them on. So it's ridiculous. It is freaking ridiculous here. It is, and there's a leak in our bathroom that drains out if it drains out into the living room if it gets bad. Our sink in here is constantly, I've never seen this before, but if we run the sink too much, it's just washing our hands. After a while, the water comes up and it leaves this, it almost looks like a soapy residue on the sink itself. I've never seen this in Florida. Never seen this before. It is absolutely ridiculous. I was excited about this place. I loved the basement. It was an extra room. We could have storage. Maybe I could do the show down there. I was excited for this place when I first saw it, but fucking hell, I want to get the fuck out. So, yeah.
All right.
Anywho, yeah. So we will be doing an auction if you do want to contribute to the. Also, I do offer, like, if you do the auctions, $100 get prepaid gets you $25 credit. When it's all gone, I do free shipping for you. But there you go. It's up to you guys, and it's not, you don't have to necessarily spend it in one auction. I prefer you not to, because that takes away like the entire bill, but it's your option. It is your option to do so.
All right.
Are you trying to end this here?
No. If I was trying to end it, I would have hit the end button a long time ago.
Oh, there you go. That is a blockage further down the line for your water. We had that in our first apartment. Yeah. It's like your water trap is backed up, sink problem thing. Yeah, I've never had that. Now, I'll tell you what I did have once. In Florida, we had a tree, and it went into the pipes in the kitchen. The landlord comes out, and he told me, he goes, well, I don't know what's the problem with it. I told him. Also, he saw a big crack in the driveway. He saw a crack in our kitchen floor, and he was like, I don't know what's causing this. I'll tell you what's causing it. You got a tree out front. He's a guy from England, so he doesn't understand Florida trees. Said, you don't own this house. You think you own this house. You don't. That tree out front owns this house, and it's sending its roots all out. And I showed him a root that was coming in beside the house. I said, this, look around. Do you see any trees out here? No. It's because it's the one in front. This thing is huge. It's massive. I loved it. But I understood that if you are going to have a tree that big, you truly do need a bigger foundation. You can't put up a little, you need concrete that freaking thick as your foundation if you've got a tree that big in your front yard. And he wouldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe me for anything. And it was almost like the Evil Dead with the tree. I was showing him, look, it's over here. It's over here. This house, it's not going to collapse, but that tree is going to start popping all over the place in the floor. And sure enough, anyway, that was where we used to live. From what Michael Taylor, from what I understand, yes, I have had a lot of people complain about this place. Literally the root of the problem, not a pun. I know, right? He goes, well, I'll just pull it up. I said, you don't understand the work you're going to have to do. And I told him this as also a way for him not to keep raising our rent. I said, what's going to happen is somebody's going to come in here and they're going to get pissed at this because they don't understand what's going on. And I do. Now, if you price this out, we're going to leave. And what you'll have to do is spend thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars to get that tree removed. Because not only do you have to, you can't cut it. You've got to go underneath it to get rid of that. And that's going to take a hell of a lot of work, especially considering the power lines outside. So,
according to Indiana law, landlords must comply with the building and health codes, provide a safe and clean dwelling. The rental must be clean with toilets, furnaces, and windows working. Locks must be on every outside of the doors and doors that lead to common area.
Yep, they finally did that for us over here. We did not. I complained so much because that's another thing that was wrong. We did not have a lock on this back door. So we did the thing with the stick and the broom, blocking it to be open because it's a slider. Yeah. Let's see. All of you need to get together. Yeah, I think so too. Darkseid says the future belongs to the strong, seize control, dominate, and shape your destiny. Yeah, my wife does not like it when I call the landlord dickhead.
Well, she's afraid of you guys getting kicked out.
Yeah, because
you really have no options. Right now, you're putting. I would just put up with it, and then I would get out.
That's what we're doing. We are looking at places.
And then after you leave, you give them the middle finger. It's like, fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, I'm going to give them a horrible Yelp review at least. Yes, of course. Anywho, guys, please join us Tuesday for the Clayface. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.
All right.
Later.